It's 10 minutes into the hour 12, and this is Baina Midday News. It's coming to you live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Coming up in this afternoon's bulletin. Minority in Parliament moves to suspend vetting of Chief Justice nominee Paul Baffour-Bonney over pending cases on Justice Tokonu's removal. Also in this package, Attorney General officially charges ex-CEO of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company and 4 others for allegedly stealing and money laundering. Still to come, we will tell you the chilling story of how a guardian burnt a private part of a child for bedwetting. And on the international front, U.S. Embassy in Mali issues travel alerts to its nationals citing escalating terrorist threats. Details of these stories comes up shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at Baina TV. Now the news in details. The minority in Parliament has filed a motion seeking the suspension of all parliamentary proceedings related to the nomination of Chief of Justice Paul Baffour-Bonney as Chief Justice. The caucus wants the process halted until all pending legal action regarding the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu are fully removed. In the motion, the minority invokes Article 110 of 1, 125 to 127, 144 of 1, and 146 of the 1992 Constitution, along with relevant standing orders, urging Parliament to put on hold the Appointments Committee's vetting as well as any subsequent debate or approval processes. The motion cited several ongoing legal matters, including a case before the ECOWAS Court and others before Ghana's Supreme Court and High Court, of all which it argued are directly tied to Justice Tokonu's removal. It also requested that the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dominic Ayine, appear before Parliament to provide a detailed update on the status of these cases. The minority wants the briefing to include the names of the suits, any interim or conservatory orders issued, the relief being sought, and the potential implication for the office of the Chief Justice. Furthermore, the minority called for the clarity on Ghana's obligations under regional treaties connected to the ECOWAS Court proceedings and the possible legal and constitutional consequences of proceeding with the nomination while the matters remain before the court. This motion follows the announcement of the vetting schedule for Justice Baffour-Bonney, who was nominated by President John Dramani Mahama to replace Justice Tokonu after her removal. Staying a while longer in Parliament, the Electricity Company of Ghana is facing heavy criticism following shocking revelations of massive budget overruns during a sitting of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee. Appearing before the committee, ECG's chief executive and his manager management team were questioned over unapproved expenditures totaling 189.2 million Ghana cedis.
According to the 2024 Auditor General's report, the company's approved budget of 144 million Ghana cedis ballooned to an actual spending of 333 million Ghana cedis, almost twice the allocation. Ranking member Samuel Atamno slams the development as a clear case of financial indiscipline and disregard for public financial laws. He urged that sanctions under Section 96 of the Public Financial Management Act 921 be applied against those responsible.
Budget approval was for 144 million. You spent 333 million. That's excess of 189.2 million. This shows financial indiscipline. And the recommendation over here is that sanctions under Section 96 of the Public Financial Management Act 216 Act 921 should be applied to the officers involved. We also urge management to efficiently monitor and control the company's expenses. CEO, those managers who were involved, I'm recommending that they need to face the Attorney General for prosecution. It's just simple and short.
The revelations have sparked fresh demand for accountability within ECG, coming at a time when the utility company continues to seek tariff hikes amid widespread public dissatisfaction over high electricity costs and operational lapses.
The Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, has filed multiple criminal charges against Hanan Abdul Wahab Aludiba, former Chief Executive Officer of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company, and 4 others for alleged offences involving stealing, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state. According to the court document submitted to the High Court in Accra, the accused Hanan Abdul Wahab Aludiba, Faiza Seydou Wuni, Richard Sam Asante, currently at large, the Aludiba Foundation and Energy Partners Limited are jointly facing 21 counts.
The charges include stealing, money laundering, defrauding by false pretenses, conspiracy, and the willful dissipation of public funds in violation of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, and the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020, Act 1044. The prosecution alleges that Mr. Abdul Wahab, during his tenure as NAFCO CEO between February 2017 and February 2025, diverted more than 50.8 million cedis from the company's account under the pretext of payments to a supplier, Sotina Enterprise. He is further accused of transferring 5.49 million cedis to Aludiba Enterprise, a company he owned under false claim of supplying foodstuffs to NAFCO. His co-accused, Faiza Seydou Wuni, is alleged to have laundered over 13.2 million cedis through her firm, Fahausa Ventures, and caused a financial loss of 4.4 million cedis through dealings with NAFCO under the business name Al-Karni Enterprise. The Aludiba Foundation and Energy Partners Limited, both linked to Mr. Abdul Wahab, are also accused of laundering and receiving proceeds from the alleged unlawful transactions. The Attorney General's office maintains that these actions caused substantial financial losses to the Republic. The case has been filed at the High Court in Accra, with the first hearing expected to take place soon.
In a related development, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has invited the Chief Executive Officer of the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, Julius Nikwe Kote, for questioning after he publicly claimed to have turned down 4 million Ghana cedis bribe allegedly meant to halt the rollout of the new digitalized vehicle registration plate (DP) policy. More in the following report.
Mr. Korte revealed in a recent interview that some influential individuals had attempted to pressure him to abandon the initiative, which is designed to curb vehicle-related fraud and improve road safety. Confirming the development, the OSP said it is seeking additional information from the DVLA boss to verify his claims and uncover those allegedly behind the bribery attempt. In a related development, the OSP has also commenced investigations into a certain member of the Council of State over alleged corruption and corruption-related offences connected to gold trading. According to sources, the inquiry centers on allegations that the council member used his influence to facilitate the granting of a gold license to a company in which he reportedly holds undisclosed interests.
And on this note, we'll go for a quick break. We'll be back with some more.
In a world hungry for meaning comes a stage unlike any other. 14 voices, 14 visions, one mission to inspire true talent rooted in truth.
In the nights where no one hears my whispers, Allah does. A direct relationship with Him feels like melting in His arms. No shame, no confusion, no barriers, just love.
From Quran to creativity, from knowledge to performance, they will compete not just to impress, but to awaken hearts.
The Prophet ﷺ is speaking to you. He says that verily you have to hold on to my amana.
Why do people engage in illegal mining? The answer is very simple: quick money. The youth out there are jobless and therefore see illegal mining as a way to escape poverty.
I am Hamida Hussein. I am a wife, a mother, a teacher, a student, and a Muslimah. And I'm not yet done.
Every child, especially the girl child, should be given that opportunity to seek both Islamic and secular education.
They will be mentored by scholars, artists, and visionaries. But in the end, only one will rise. This fall, the world will witness the power of faith, art, and passion combined. This is the Show, showing Fridays at 8 p.m. only on Baina TV.
You're welcome back. You're still watching Baina Midday News on Baina TV. Now moving on to business, the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority has moved quickly to allay public concerns over possible flight disruptions as the Ghana Air Traffic Safety Electronics Association threatens to embark on an industrial action on Thursday, October 30.
In a firm statement, the authority assured airlines, aviation stakeholders, and passengers that comprehensive contingency measures have been activated to ensure safe, secure, and uninterrupted air traffic service across the Accra Flight Information Region. Anticipating the strike threat, management has implemented a full CNS and ATM systems contingency plan to keep Ghana's airspace open and fully operational. The plan outlined detailed operational procedures, emergency response protocols, and strong coordination mechanisms to maintain flight safety and prevent any interruptions to air navigation service. The GCAA also urged the traveling public to stay calm, emphasizing that both domestic and international flights will continue without disruption during the planned action. The authority says it remains fully committed to upholding the highest standards of air navigation service, delivering and ensuring the safety and security of all flights within Ghana's airspace. It further noted that the GCAA remains dedicated to staff welfare and professional development as part of its long-term goal of sustaining a stable and safe aviation environment.
Moving on to some international news, the U.S. Embassy in Mali has issued an urgent directive for all American citizens to leave the country immediately, citing escalating terrorist threats and a crippling fuel shortage triggered by a jihadi blockade. In a statement, the embassy advised citizens to depart using commercial flights, warning that overland routes are unsafe due to frequent terrorist attacks on national highways.
This marks the second security alert in 3 days, following an earlier advisory against travel to Mali because of rampant crime, terrorism and kidnappings. The Al-Qaeda-affiliated group Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal-Muslimin claimed responsibility for blocking fuel tankers from entering Mali in September as part of its offensive against the country's ruling military junta. The group has torched over 100 trucks, severely disrupting the nation's fuel supply. The resulting crisis has been devastating. Schools and universities have been forced to close, and transport across the country has nearly collapsed. JNIM is among several militant groups fueling instability across the Sahel, a vast region spanning North and West Africa, while the insurgency continues to expand and the humanitarian situation worsens.
And in sports, the Black Queens sealed their qualification for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco with a dominant 4-0 win over Egypt in the second leg qualifier at the Accra Sports Stadium. Led by the attacking duo of Princess Mafo and Doris Bedua, the Queens overwhelmed their opponent with relentless pressure. Midfielders Evelyn Bedu, Grace Asantua and Jennifer Kujo dictated play throughout, while goalkeeper Cynthia anchored a solid defense performance. Here are some highlights. And this is how we bring the bulletin to an end. You'll be watching Bena Midday News on Bena TV. Log on to our website www.benamultimedia.com for more news. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Have a good afternoon.